Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Empowering Teachers Worldwide. I'm Annie Altamirano, and today I would like to talk about one of the most rewarding challenges in education, and that is helping our students find their voice. Whether you are teaching in a classroom or online, I've got 5 simple yet very powerful tips to get your students talking. So grab your coffee, your notebook, or just settle in and let's get started. So, first tip, build fluency, and build fluency through practice, not perfection. Fluency grows when students speak, not when they memorize grammar. The key here is to get your students talking as much as possible. Think of it in this way. The more they practice, the more confident they will become. And confidence is the secret sauce to fluency. Instead of focusing too much on grammar rules, which are, of course, necessary, but not the most essential thing, shift the focus to speaking. For example, try using choral responses and then level up with role plays using those responses. Keep it simple, make it fun. Create a safe space where students feel comfortable making mistakes because that's how they learn. Tip number 2, focus on individual needs. Not all learners are the same, and that's a beautiful thing. Some students might be struggling with the basics, while others might already be doing more advanced things. One of my favorite activities for individualized learning is creating personalized flashcards. For lower level students, for example, you can start with basic words. And for more advanced learners, you can use flashcards with sentences. Another idea, peer teaching. Pair your students. For example, ask a more advanced students to help a beginner practice vocabulary, practice reading aloud, or help them with writing. It builds confidence for both students and fosters a sense of community. Tip number 3, spark engagement, and spark engagement with high interest activities. Engagement is everything. Think about your own experiences. When was learning the most fun for you? I guess that it was when it didn't feel like learning at all. So, for example, try a scavenger hunt where students have to find objects based on clues in English, or use Kahoot quizzes. Students will beg you to play. You can also invite guests, speakers via Zoom, for example, a chef, a musician, a writer. Let students ask questions and hear diverse accents. You can also use real-world materials like magazines, newspapers, publicity material. Have students cut out pictures and create stories about them. Tip 4, model, model, model. Your students are watching and listening to you closely, so the way you speak and interact is key. Start by speaking slowly and clearly. Use simple words and short sentences. Also, visuals are your best friends. Let's say that you are giving instructions for an activity. You can write them on the board or show a picture to make them crystal clear. And most importantly, stay positive. Celebrate every small success. For example, if a student says, I go to the park, resist that urge that we all have to correct them immediately. Instead, say, good sentence, great sentence. You can also say, I went to the park. In this way, you are encouraging them to speak while gently guiding them towards correct grammar. Tip number 5, give them time to think. Learning a new language is a journey, not a race. Remember, every student learns at their own pace, and that is okay. When you ask a question, give your students a few extra seconds to respond. Let them process. Just think about yourself. When you are asked a question, how often can you reply like this? Quite frequently, we stop and think and then we reply, right? So let's give them time to think. Sometimes what they need is just some time to organize their thoughts. You can also try something called journal and share. That is, first they write their answers or make a few notes and then they speak. Another great way to allow thinking time is by building review sessions in your lessons. Go back to previous topics and let the students practice again. Repetition builds mastery, and mastery builds confidence. And there you have it, my 5 tips for getting students talking. Practice daily, differentiate, make it fun, model clearly, and be patient. Remember, it's all about creating a supportive, engaging, and patient learning environment. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share it with fellow teachers. And don't forget to hit that little yellow bell there and subscribe for more teaching tips and activities. Until next time, and happy teaching. Bye-bye.